We shouldn't have come.
Oh, we've been over this before. I can handle Malcolm.
You can handle him. That's why I caught him kissing you.
It didn't mean anything. Malcolm kisses anyone in the skirt.
I don't care if he does. I won't have him kissing my wife. Now, don't let it happen again.
It won't. You made that clear to everyone.
Maureen doesn't like it either.
Well, I can't help that. She knew what he was like when she married him. She thought his money was worth it.
Maybe she's changed her mind.
Much good that'll do her. Well, what could I do? There was no one else around.
Well, keep other people around in future. I'll kill him with my bare hands if I catch him touching you again.
Oh, don't be silly, George. It won't happen again. He's learnt his lesson. You've repeated yourself often enough. The record must be wearing thin.
Yes, all right. Good night.
I called you people together this morning because you were with Malcolm Lane when he died.
It was a bad show, Inspector. He didn't have a chance.
No, he didn't. And it was one of you three.
What do you mean, one of we three?
One of you three killed him.
And he died of snakebite. I killed the snake myself.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I know what a snake looks like.
Are you sure you killed it? Could it have been dead when you got there?
You mean Maureen killed it?
I mean that it didn't bite Malcolm Lane. He didn't die of snake venom. He was poisoned. The snake was a decoy to make it look like an accident.
But who would poison Malcolm?
It could only have been one of you three. The four of you were alone here in the desert.
Oh, no. George,
You were about to say something?
no.
You'd better tell him. If you don't, Maureen will.
Tell me what?
Malcolm and I had a row. I threatened to kill him. But I didn't.
Then who did?
If I'd been going to kill him, I'd have used a man's way.
Did any of you get up during the night? You, Mrs. Burke.
No, Inspector, I didn't.
Did you hear your husband walking round?
Oh, tell him, honey. Don't lie to the police.
Well, Inspector, he did get up once, but he didn't do it. I'm sure he didn't.
That's it, Inspector. He got up in the night. He's the one who injected the poison into Malcolm's neck. It must have been George.
Must it? Mrs. Lane, I arrest you for the murder of your husband.
How do you know she did it? It could have been me.
Not unless you were in it together.
But how do you know?
Because Mrs. Lane told me how her husband was murdered. Only the murderer could have known that. I only mentioned he'd been poisoned, and she couldn't have seen it being done.
That's right. I thought he'd taken it in a drink.
That's what I meant you to think. He'd had a lot to drink, and he was sleeping heavily. The injection wouldn't have woken him. It was meant to look like snakebite.
Then the snake was dead. George didn't kill it.
It was dead. Just a decoy, but not quite good enough.